Welcome to day 19. And today I wanted to talk about life metaphors. Many years ago, a friend of mine, Joe Davis, a very good litigator, we were having a conversation and I was asking him, why do attorneys or litigators in particular use cliches so much when they go to trial? As a writer, that's like such a taboo. Don't use cliches. And his answer was very informative because I had never thought about it. It was basically that cliches carry a very powerful punch in a very small amount of words. He says it's like a little brownie bite that you just wind up expressing so much of a story to the listeners when you use this little cliche. So thinking of that, I was flirting with life metaphors. I was cleaning the horse poop out of my pasture one time, and I was talking to a horse friend at the same moment on the phone while I was shoveling and scooping up all this horse poop into a wheelbarrow and cleaning the path. And then as I finished my job and was telling my friend how wonderful this was, my horse came walking right up to me, stood there, turned the back end to my face, and left out another big pile of poop right at that moment. I told my friend, and her comment was, "Oh, a life metaphor." And ever since then, I have remembered, and I think about life metaphors all the time because it seems like everywhere I go, there's a life metaphor happening that just explains everything, like a cliche, but in this case, it's the story of my life, all the things that could possibly go wrong. So the life metaphor. And today was a journaling prompting exercise that I found very interesting, and you may also find that helpful. It was once upon a time, I'm going to call it. Once upon a time, you're supposed to come up with this epic mythical story. So once upon a time, there was a little girl. And do you have the characters of the story in your story? Yes, I do. This little girl was very frightened and scared because in her home, there was a hallway with a series of doors. And to open up the doors was very scary because you never knew what would come out. Maybe nothing. But sometimes you'd open that door and a mythical, creepy crawly type creature would come out and bite you or harm you in some way. Or perhaps it'd be a shower of dust that would cover you, shroud you in some way. So that was the little girl's story. Yes, there was a cowardly lion there because that was somebody, well, actually, all of these characters wind up being an aspect of the young girl. What the cowardly lion was the fear and the cowardice about taking a chance or finding out or asking for help or any of those things. There was a tin man in there who was very rusty and wouldn't use his parts to take a risk. He just wouldn't even exercise his limbs. Better not to do anything. Just be safe. And then there was the scarecrow who was always so smart and was talk, but never really did anything that would be helpful. Yes, there was a witch. The witch is the person who created that hallway in this story for the little girl. Certainly not a friend. And there are stories that could go on about that. And the wizard that was there, which I'm representing my ego with the wizard. The wizard was somebody who did what the witch wanted to do sometimes because that is what was safe. You would just follow along. Or perhaps it would just be invisible to the witch, pretend it wasn't there kind of thing. Anyway, that was the mythical stories, and I just found that was so interesting just by saying once upon a time and then just trying to make a hero's tale or a heroic arc of some kind. But then the life metaphor is always there. Oh my gosh, the life metaphor. So I hope you have a good day today, and I hope your life metaphors are going to be something that you will remember with a smile on your face.